All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. This is Brother Wariala. This is my channel, Rise Up Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, Bahashim, Hamashiach, Malak Shai. It's a quick video through the Spirit, man. Shouldn't take too long. Salakia. Yeah, shouldn't take too long, man. Just a quick, video on, as you can see by the title, the ranking of Israel, or there always being a hierarchy, right? And this takes place in the last days, chiefly, when we look at things like, when the Israelites get put back on top, or when we look at the 144,000, or, the fact that we're going to be judging the nations, right? We can start off with that real quick, but everything's gonna be done in decency and in order. It's gonna be a rank and everything, right? So we can go real quick to Salakia, bear with me. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15. And it says this: but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself judgeth of no man. Right? So we do have, according to the scriptures, we do have a certain judgment that we would go about in judging things, right? Another one in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 1, it says, dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints? Do you know that the saints shall judge the world? The saints are going to be ones that judge the world, right? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? So the children of Israel, which are the saints, are going to be the ones that judge the world, right? How do we know that the Israelites are the saints? Real quick, in the book of Psalms, chapter 50, and verse 5, where it says this: gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Who are the ones that made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice? The Israelites, right? So the Israelites are going to be the one that judge the world, right? And that is a part of the natural order of things. We have to be on top, right? And when we do judge the world, it's not going to be all out everywhere. You live here, you live here. Everything's going to be done in decency and in order, right? As the scripture says. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40, and it says, let all things be done decently and in order, right? So when we look at how the kingdom's going to look in the rank that we're all going to have, it's going to be everything's going to be done in order, like how things were of old. All right, so let's grab this real quick in Revelation chapter 7 and verse verse 4, and it says this: and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, right? So out of all the tribes of the children of Israel, there's 12,000. That's the 144,000, right? And I don't have to go through. We understand who they're talking about. This would be the governing body of Israel, the 144,000, right? This is these are the chiefest among the tribes of men of war that'll be leading the children of Israel in judgment, and leading the other nations chiefly in judgment, right? So what did that look like of old? We can go to the book of Numbers chapter 1 and verse 16, where it says this: these were the renowned Salakia. I could even start earlier, right? But all right, check this out real quick. And I don't want to make this too long, but this is Numbers 1 and 2, and it says, take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls, from 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel. Thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies, right? And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of their fathers. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you, right? So we have of the tribe of Reuben, Eleazar, the son of Shador; of Simeon, Shemuel, the son of Zerushadai; of Judah, Nashan, the son of Aminadab; Of Issachar, Nathaniel, the son of Zuar. Of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon. Of the children of Joseph, of Ephraim, Elishama, and of the son of Ammihud. Of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. Of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideoni. Of Dan, Ahazier, the son of Ammishaddai. Of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Okran. Of Gad, Eliasaph, the son of Duo. Of Naphtali, Ahira, the son of Enon. These were the renown of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Israel, right? So these are the heads of thousands in Israel, right? So we must understand that, especially in the book of Numbers, that's a great book to go to look at how our rank will be in the kingdom, right? But let's jump to Numbers chapter 7 and verse 2, and it says that the princes of Israel, heads of the house of their fathers, who were the princes of the tribes, and who were over them that were numbered, offered, right? So we had people that were princes of tribes, right? And were over them that were numbered. So we have heads of the house of their fathers. We had the princes of Israel, right? There was a prince for each tribe. There was a prince for each tribe, right? We had the renowned men, princes of our tribes, the head of thousands. You see what I'm saying? So each tribe had their own prince. Let's keep going real quick. Now we have the princes, then we got the judges and the officers and so on and so forth. Like in Deuteronomy 16 in verse 18, it says this: Judges and officers shalt thou make thee in all thy gates, which the Lord thy God giveth thee, throughout thy tribes, and they shall judge the people with just judgment. So the Most High had it so we would have judges and officers that'll judge our people. You see what I'm saying? Because Moses couldn't have done it all by himself. So we had certain men that made judgment for us, right? Let's keep going. Thou shalt not wrest judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift, for a gift doth blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the righteous, right? So we understand that these men would judge the heavier matters, right? But let's go down real quick to Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 3, and it says, And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spake unto the children of Israel, according unto all that the Lord had given him commandment, right? Salaki, I jumped to the wrong one. Let's jump to 13. This is Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 13, and it says, Take you wise men and understanding, known among your tribes. So the Lord wanted Moses to take wise men and understanding that are known among the tribes, and I will make them rulers over you, right? So there's men that were made rulers. So the men that are the chiefest of their tribes, the wise men of their tribes, these are men. This is how this whole thing was set up. You don't think it's going to be the same thing when we get put into the kingdom? It's going to be the wisest men, the men that are the chiefest among our nation. From when we get brought back into the land. It's the same thing. Same thing's being done, right? And I will make them rulers over you. And ye answered me and said, The thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do, right? So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and captains over fifties, and captains over tens, and officers among your tribes. So the officers are really among the lowest. You had your captains over thousands, hundreds, fifties, tens, and then your officers, right? So we had an order, you see what I'm saying, established in the wilderness. These are things we should always keep in mind when looking at how things are going to be done when we get to the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? The order that we're going to be in, who's going to be of what. You see what I'm saying? There's a certain group of men that are the captains over this tribe over here, that are the officers of this tribe over here, and they govern their own tribe, right? So it's kind of like how we have the 50 states. You see what I'm saying? And how each people judged among each other, right? So we need these judges for the kingdom, not really for our own people, because our people are going to be perfect, but we need it to, smite the nations. Get the nations in check. You see what I'm saying? Have them follow the rules. Have them, keep the Most High's commandments. But let's keep going. And I charged your judges at the time, saying, hear the causes between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother and the stranger that is within him. Right? So it's important that we must, keep the commandments so that we can get, each brother that may be trying to do that right and do what's right in the eyes of the Most High, may be put on top, right? So let's grab this real quick. How do you get to that? How do you get a high, highly esteemed, right? Let's grab this real quick in Matthew chapter 19 and verse 28. And it says this, and Jesus said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So he's talking about the 12 disciples, how they're going to sit on 12 thrones, judging all the tribes, right? And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or land, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Right? But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So keep these things in mind as we continue in these last days. Understand that the 144,000 are the mighty men of Israel that'll have a rank. You see what I'm saying? That'll move according to the spirit of the Most High God, and doing that which is right in the eyes of the Lord perfectly. And we're going to have a perfect order in the last days. But Lord willing, us edify and fill through the Spirit. I'll give all honor and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. Ba'ashem Mashiach Kum Lakel Shai. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.